Hello, everyone. This is Gary Hasson. I'm excited to be sitting here with a good friend, Mr. Brad Stewart. We've been working together here at Agel for about the last 6 weeks, and we have a lot to share with you. You got a chance to meet Brad last week just for a few minutes. He's going to take the majority of the webinar tonight, but I just wanted to highlight this slide that you see here, this screen. Let's go to There we go. You can see this Agel Premier 4x4 promotion. This is taking place all around the world with the exception of a few markets that have their own regional promotions that were already ongoing. We did not want to overlap and create confusion. So this is exclusive, or this is open to all markets except for a few, and they are on the detailed sheet. There's another sheet to this promotion that you've seen on Facebook and will be posted on our website. So make sure you get those details. But I believe it's Russia, Thailand, and Italy have their own promotions going on. So this is pretty much every other market that you can imagine that we're open to do business. The Premier Club is a status that's been in play for quite some time with Agel. And basically, when you bring in 4 customers or team members that have a cumulative volume of 500 CV within a calendar month, you get a special recognition pin. There's also recognition at major events and special other recognition. Well, on top of what's already given out for the Premiers Club, we've spiced it up quite a bit for the summer, for July and August, where you can earn some cash. And even our premier skincare line, our Caspi Ageless Skincare System, can be won as well by you just hitting the Premier Club. And there's even more benefits by helping 4 others on your team, 4 personally enrolled team members or customers. They don't have to be the brand new ones that you brought in to qualify yourself, but any 4 team members that you help hit Premier Club will qualify you for this second part of the promotion. So if you have any questions, please feel free to contact us here at corporate or refer to the detailed explanation. But just wanted to recap that. We rolled it out last week. We're going to be talking about this for the next couple weeks. But really tonight, we wanted to spend most of our time hearing from Mr. Brad Stewart and just a little bit more about him. Brad has been in the industry. Do you want to pull up that or the screen? We're sitting here side by side going co-pilots together. And I have to tell you, Brad has had every imaginable position, upper executive level with network marketing companies, not just here in Utah, but multiple states. He's been either a founder, CEO, president, and I know he didn't start at the top, but those are some of the roles he's held most recently in the network marketing arena. Glenn Jensen, when Glenn met Brad, he said, we got to find a place for him. I know he's capable of doing my job, but Brad, in his humility, said, hey, titles aren't important to me. I just want to get to work and help this company accomplish its goals. But more importantly, one thing you'll learn about Brad, it's not about the company. It's not about him. It's about you. And hopefully you'll understand that better after hearing from him tonight. So with that, I'm going to sign off here, and Brad and I will be kind of tag teaming, hosting these events, alternating when one's not traveling. We're going to take turns hosting these and getting back to featuring you leaders in the field. We've kind of taken over. We've had a lot of a lot of topics to share from the corporate side, but we're going to get back to recognizing our leadership. We know you love to hear from your peers, and that's going to happen on a regular basis. So, Mr. Stewart, it's all yours.
Hey, thank you, Gary, and thank you all of those that are part of this call, this webinar with us tonight. You know, as I was preparing some of my thoughts this evening, something came to mind. You know, one of the things that I learned early on, I didn't do a really great job of it while I was in high school and college, but later in my adult life, a good mentor of mine told me that leaders are readers, and I wanted to share something with you tonight. There's 3 things that I think would be fun to share. I want to give you a little State of the Union of Agel. I want to talk about why I'm here, and I really want to talk about you. And I think we'll finish there talking about you, the team members, you make everything happen here with this company, and I think that you'll find it in an interesting take as I share some of it. But I want to share a book that I just recently read. It was produced by a couple of Navy SEALs, and the book really is all about extreme ownership, owning your own life. And I want to highlight just the summary of this book that I just read. And what I really loved about it is, and I just jotted some notes here, is that from their personal take on being a Navy SEAL and the things they had to do and what that meant, was that everyone on the team has got to believe in the mission. And you can imagine, as Navy SEALs, they better darn well believe in what they're doing because they're putting their lives on the line. That was one of the main topics of the book. You have to be able to work with the team to achieve mutually beneficial things within that team. You've got to be able to keep your plans simple. They talk about keeping them very clear and how they communicate them, and they keep them very concise. They don't expend a lot of words to do it. They talked about checking your ego at the door, that you literally have to be hungry and you have to be humble. And you've got to figure out your priorities. And then you've got to act on them one at a time. You know, we live in a world where everybody does too much multitasking. Even sitting here running this webinar, there's a lot of multitasking that has to go on. And sometimes we get so busy doing so many things that we really don't accomplish the focus of keeping it simple and really focusing in at one thing at a time. You have to constantly clarify your mission and what you're doing, they talked about, and you've got to engage with your team so that everyone is in the loop. And that's one of the things that I want to compliment Gary as he's been back here, is he's been working very hard at communicating, not only on these weekly webinars, but on Facebook, on live videos. Gary's been traveling, Glenn's been traveling, and we've been working very hard the past 6 or 7 weeks to do a better job of communicating, clearly communicating some of the things that are going on. You have to act decisively, is what they talk about, even though things can and will be chaotic at times. So that really is the gist of this book I finished reading, called Extreme Ownership. You know what's interesting about that is that's why I'm here. I'm here because as I look out there at the lay of the land and I look at the other companies that are out there, the one thing that's so apparent to me, that Agel is a company that not only is a significant company with a 10-year track record, 400 million in commissions paid, 800 and some million dollars in gross revenue. They've done business in something like 40 countries. You talk about a significant company that's stable and prepared to do great things. That is this company. They've got people, they've got the resources of a great company in JRJR. Lots of opportunities for us to grow. We're already ready to go into a lot of other international markets. You know, we're an international company and we have presence in many countries, but we haven't even scratched the surface. So it's as if we've got all the benefits and all the opportunity. I call it magic. When opportunity and preparation come together, magic happens. This company is definitely prepared, and we live 2016 where there are so many opportunities out there. But I don't see any one particular company that's in any better shape than this company to make magic happen. You know, I have a great opportunity here. The latter part of this week, I'm getting to head over to the Eastern Bloc of countries and spend some time in Russia and Poland, Ukraine, Belarus, Kazakhstan. I can't wait to be in that market for an extended period of time. You know, if you've got anyone on this call, you've got business and you want to see some things happen, we're here. We're here to make things happen and help you in these markets. And I'm going over there because they've raised their hand. They're making some things happen, and they said, "Let's get somebody over from Agel Corporate into this market, and let's help us fix a few things that all businesses need. Let's expand and grow this market, and let's do it together." And you know, that's why I'm here. There's plenty of unique opportunities. I feel prepared. Our team's prepared. No one's better prepared than JR and Glenn Jensen, and Gary's extremely prepared. Our entire team is prepared. So from a state of a union, I don't think things should be better than what we've got right here. We've got the information, we've got the technology, we're prepared to be very, very scalable as we grow throughout the country. But what I want to end this short call on, it's all about you, putting the you in you. You know, what is the most important story that you're interested in? And I surely hope it's what's your story? What's so powerful about that concept? When if someone were to ask you, hey, you know what, Gary, I'll just pick on him because I know he's in the room with me. What's your story? Well, you know what? Gary's going to talk to me about his story. I'm going to say, tell it to me, Gary. I want to know more about it. Every one of us should be able to celebrate our own story. And what's exciting about this company right at this moment, Agel, is they're literally focusing on you. They're celebrating you. They're creating the tools that you will need to compete in a global marketplace. You know, we live in a day and age that there is so many distractions and so much information. And if we can have a simplistic system of tools so that you can personally brand yourself, tell your story, focus on what's important to you, and one part of you is being able to take care of your health, both physically and financially. And that's where Agile is just one small piece of your story. It's not your story, it's a little piece of it. And so this company is going to focus on that. You know what's really interesting to me? If any of you have ever read the story about Acres of Diamonds, as I'm looking out my back window here in Pleasant Grove, our office, as I'm looking up this beautiful mountain, this Wasatch Range. I lived in Phoenix, Arizona for a short period of time in the 80s, and every time I'd come back to Utah, it would just hit me in the face, and I would literally become overwhelmed. I'd get goosebumps and say to myself, I forgot how beautiful this mountain range really is. I took it for granted. And sometimes, whatever market you're in, wherever you're living, we have a tendency to overlook the fact that we have acres of opportunity, acres of diamonds. Everything you need. You've got 15 amazing Agile products. You've got a compensation plan. You've got a 10-year-old company. We're in the mode of expanding, and sometimes we just have to be reminded of what we have and what we can do with it. And Agile is a worldwide company with its international presence. We have a place and we've got a story to tell, but we're going to tell that story through you. The future is about being relevant. The future is about being visible. And if you're visible, you're relevant. If you're relevant, you're visible. And this is a company that I'm excited to be aligned with because I know this company. I know the people. I like them. I trust them. I respect them. And I'm having a lot of fun here. And if you're not having fun doing what you're doing, then you need to do a better job of telling your story and let Agile be the little small piece of your story. So this company is in good hands. This company has a tremendous future ahead of it. We are going to be traveling. We're going to be working in the markets. We're going to be releasing new tools. We're working on them now. Gary has talked about them. Glenn Jensen's talked about them. We're focusing on tools that let you personally brand your story. We have global promotions. We have regional promotions, and we are going to be getting out and we're going to be getting stabilizing and providing you with the tools and the products and the things that you need to do what you do best, which is tell your story. So, you know, Gary, I send this back to you and ask you if you have any thoughts or if you have any things that you would like to add to that. But all I know is this. I hope you can feel my positive attitude. I hope you can feel my energy. I hope you can feel that what we're doing is real and it's going to make a difference. And we're grateful for everyone that has been here from the very beginning, the new people that have joined us in the last little while, and we're extremely excited about all of the people that are going to have an opportunity to see Agile for what it really is as one of the greatest brands, one of the greatest companies, and one of the greatest opportunities in the direct sale and the network distribution space. So, Gary, any thoughts?
My thought is how do I just finish up that? You did a great job, and folks. I hope you understand. It's what 8:15 here. I know it's late somewhere where you are, but we're still at the office, and Yeah, we're the last ones here, but most of the team just left a little bit before we started this webinar. So we're getting up an hour earlier. We're staying up an hour later because we see this window of opportunity during the summer month to get everything in place to help you be prepared for the prime recruiting season and growth season, which is coming up in the fall, well, in September, October, November. There's no guesswork in our business. It's very predictable. Those who poured on during these summer months are going to hit the ground running. It's almost as if everyone else will be starting from a standstill September 1st. And those of you on this webinar, this is a leadership session. We know there are other things you could be doing, but you're here each and every week, most of you, many of you. And you're the ones who come September 1st are going to be already at a full sprint when everybody else is at a standstill. Is that an advantage? I definitely believe it is, because I believe one of the biggest waves of growth that Agile has seen in its 12-year history is going to take place over the next 12 months. And the only question is, who's going to participate? Who's going to make it happen? And I believe it's going to be those of you on this webinar and others on your team. So with that, we appreciate you being here. Join us each and every Monday. Next week, we're going to have some special guests. We might even have Brad join us from live from Russia, but actually that's like 2 in the morning or 3 in the
Oh,
morning.
that's okay.
We may not. He doesn't need to sleep much, but we'll look forward to hearing from some of your peers next week. So you know how to reach us here at Corporate. We appreciate you. We consider you our business partners, and thanks for all you're doing. Have a great rest of the week. My name is Gary Hasson, and
I'm Brad Stewart, and
and
we are in business to serve you. It is all about you. Thanks, everyone.
good night.